Oh man, where everybody at? Shoot, figure I'd go for a walk while waiting on my son get done with his soccer practice. He's like right over there. I didn't get a chance to finish the video I was working on. I'm like, I got finished the last maybe 2 3 minutes of it to record. I already made my thumbnails and everything. I just didn't run out of I didn't have time to do the actual last couple minutes of the video. And then I don't know if I'm gonna make it live today or make it live tomorrow. I might make it live tomorrow. I'm here at like at noon. And then I'll go ahead and probably go ahead and finish cutting up my video about the Dodge Charger Daytona. Just pretty hilarious. I put his car through his paces, and no matter what I do, I cannot get that car to break itself. Some bull crap. Like I wanted some epic content with the Charger to break itself, but it won't break. All these other stories I've covered, and that damn Charger phone is littered full of situations where everybody got these damn Chargers that be breaking and stuff. But nope, God gives you one. It's like bulletproof. I can't break it. I'm trying my best. Oh man, like I done they gonna look at that damn car when I send it back to them. Be like, damn, you been doing like straight acceleration pulls in that damn car. I'm like, who me? No, not me. Not me. I'm not the one doing that to the start of Daytona. That was somebody else. So I'm gonna see whether or not I can get to do some weird stuff. I only had like two glitches. I was just in the radio, and that was it. Other than that, been working totally fine. If I had the RT, that shit would have bricked. And that's the funny part about the RT because I said in the video back like maybe 2 3 years ago, I was saying that all the little crazy stuff that Dodge is gonna put in those cars, they talking about they're gonna do like all the stuff locked behind paywall stuff like that. I'm like, man, that software gonna be so damn confused. They're gonna mess up. I need to go find that video where I talked about that crap and go ahead and clip it for a new video. Like I called it. I called it. Like my son over there doing his soccer stuff, so I'm just waiting for him to get done. Ugh. Figure I'll go walk instead of being a fat boy. Whew. Gonna go walk, get his pounds off because like when you're filming pretty much from the chest up, you don't really see how bad you got from the chest down. I'm like, oh damn, I'm about to damn losing weight. Bump this. Ain't about to look like a cheese ball. Oh, let's see. You buying a new TRX? Nope, I'm not buying a new TRX. Nope, because the new TRX is basically going to be the same horsepower as it once was, and no way in the world I'm going to spend almost 100 grand for the exact same thing I had 4 years ago. So I'm going to wait because when I was talking to Tim Kaniskis and stuff, and I started talking about like a more powerful TRX, I would get like those smiles and kikis and ha-has and smirks and stuff. I'm like, yeah. But in order for them to bring TRX back as soon as they did, it's going to be literally the exact same truck as it once was. Um, Basically, how they doing the with the 5.7 Hemi with the e-torque on the Ram 1500. That literally came back exactly how it was. So they're gonna do the same thing with the TRX. They're gonna come back exactly how it was, and the more powerful version is probably gonna be like another year out. So I will not get a 2026 TRX, maybe a 27, because I expect that one to probably be the faster version with the actual um with the more horsepower and stuff. And that goes the same for pretty much any Stellantis vehicle because they're gonna have like a lame duck here because all the stuff they gotta basically redo. They can't really change anything or gotta get recertified. So they put the Hemi back in the thing. They're only gonna put the Hemis back and stuff for this year for vehicles that was in there for 2024. So they're gonna have. So that's why they had like situation where the Durango 392 came back because it was in there in 2024, and then they had a situation where they had um. Uh, oh, a second. Hello. Ooh. Oh man. But yeah, I was saying they're gonna basically for this year. I don't think they're gonna put Hemis in the stuff that was in 2024. So that's why you're not gonna see it in like the Grand Cherokee, the Wagoneers and stuff. All that stuff dropped the Hemi back in I think 2023. So that's why you saw the Durango get a 392 back, and then the Ram trucks get 5.7 on the E-Torque back this year. The next year, once you get everything certified again, that's when you're gonna see like the Hemi overload because they get all the stuff tested and stuff. Um, so you're gonna see like the Hemi back in like the Grand Cherokee, the Hemi back in like the Wagoneers. I'm pretty sure you can probably see within the next year a Hemi back in the Charger. Because I'm kind of hoping that the six pack cars don't sell well. Cause it's going to basically push Dodge to go warp speed or making sure that they put the Hemi back in the Charger. Oh man, yeah, yeah. But like even they got to recertify all the engines. It's not gonna happen this year. All that stuff will literally just happen in the last 6 months. So you got to think it's gonna take at least another several months for it to happen. So they're not gonna introduce it as a 26. They're gonna do it as a 27. It's too late for a lot of models. So that's why the only one you had that's gonna have like the same exact horsepower to introduce are the ones who had the Hemi in 2024. So that's why you only see two models with Hemi. So I was gonna say next year, all that crap gotta get done. That's what I'm saying. Next year, probably by roadkill nights, that's when you're gonna see like the big onslaught of Hemis coming back. Basically like a Hemi everything. Well, not really everything, but Hemi and all the obvious models and stuff. I mean, really need to go ahead and put the Hemi, the 5.7 Hemi and the Wrangler. I think the Wrangler would get a lot of sales. Chuck the 5.7 in there. I think some people will buy that crap. So I'm gonna say about 2027, 2028, that's where you're gonna start seeing a few things. That new Viper they're working on, that's probably gonna be like a 28 model. So maybe like 2 more years. Because somebody had stopped us at Roadkin Nights and they were telling us that they was working on clay models. They were just starting a week or two ago, building out the clay model for a Viper. Um, it's not gonna probably be the same Viper as we used to, because I don't know whether they're gonna bring a V10 back in it. That's why I don't think they're gonna call it a Viper, but it's gonna be like a sports car. And that's gonna just be the interesting part. Will they spend the money to put the V10 back in that new Viperish type car? Because they know that unless the same political party is back in power in what 2028, that V10 gonna be dropped real fast because all the nuts are gonna try to go and change all the emissions crap right back, and they're gonna be SOL. So I know that Gen 4 not Gen 4, Gen 4 Hemi engine. I know that's probably gonna be coming 3, 4 years. Cause they got to restart that project. 'Cause that project got canceled because of damn Tavares dummy. Mm, I got a lot of kids out here practicing. Mm. Come out here following me, kid. Anyway, but shoot, yeah, the Viper and stuff. I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to make it probably one around 100 grand for like probably like probably like 100 grand for like a base one. Keep it around the Corvette's like Z06 price, and then go up from there to go have like a fast one. Because I know they're benchmarking a 01. I've had somebody tell me about that. So they do have the C801 and the crosshairs, but it's probably gonna be, I said, 2 3 years before that car even comes out. By the time they come out with a 01 fighter, Chevy might be on like a C9 Corvette, and they got to start all over and scratch all again. But I do know SRT is going to have like a new headquarters that they're going to go and get, where they're going to do all their development stuff there and the new headquarters and stuff. Just got to wait for that announcement. Hopefully, it's sometime this year. I'm hoping it's like a rig built building. If it's like a real big building, then I think they're going to make that car in that building at SRT's headquarters. And then there's some cool stuff that we were told that they want to do with SRT, especially make like a SRT club and do like SRT events and stuff. So SRT is in very good hands with Tim. I think he got a lot of leeway on things that he can do. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. Whew. The Jet for him to get canceled would have been out. Um, let's see. I first heard about that damn engine. Let's see, I first heard about that engine probably 2 years ago. So I would think that engine probably would have been out. It might have been out. It might be out next year probably. I heard is working on it, and they got canceled on the Severus because I heard that got canceled, and I think that new Viper got canceled. It was like that, and it like I could have sworn from what I remember, the engine got canceled, and then a new product on the Dodge got canceled, and that's when Tim just basically got pissed off and left. He left Dodge. Everybody kept saying he retired and stuff. And then we said something to him Road nights about it. He was like, "Yeah, I didn't retire. I left." You know, I mean, I freaking left this damn spot. So yeah, it's like every time I talk about Tavares, I talk about Tim quit because of the damn nonsense. No one never corrects me about that, and even at Roker nights, Tim never corrected me about that. So I never got any kind of correction about the engine getting worked on, a car getting canceled, Tim quitting because of Tavares, Tim and Tavares not having a good working relationship and stuff. Like I never got corrected by none of that stuff. Only thing I got corrected on Roker nights was the Viper was not gonna be based off the MC20. That was the only thing I got corrected on. Other than that, everything else was totally fine. Ooh. Oh, let's see. Sure. But yeah, I think like the new car they're working on, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a rear mid engine car. I think that's what they're gonna do. I got a sneaking feeling that they're gonna do like a rear mid engine, like probably either supercharged or turbocharged car. And it's gonna be sleek like the Viper, but they're not gonna call it the Viper. Probably gonna call it another name. That way they don't piss off people who like the Viper and stuff. I mean, you never know. They might build a Viper um if that new facility that they're gonna get is big enough. Because it's kind of hard to just fathom that they're gonna just never come out with another Viper. Like I kind of want to say that I think they're gonna make three new cars. But I don't think they're gonna make three new cars, right? Because they're gonna make like an under 30 grand sports car. They're making a Corvette competitor, and then I mean, me and TK heard they're making a Viper because they have a Viper, not a Viper, they have a C801 they're doing their testing and stuff with. So I highly doubt they're making three new cars for Dodge. If I had to pick two out of three, it's probably gonna be that little small little car. It's under 30 grand because they need volume sales and that Corvette fighter. Other than that, I don't really think they're gonna make like a dedicated front V10 engine Viperish type car because um, I think they're going to basically make that Corvette fighter that 30K car, and then that little car, the Corvette fighter will basically be like their spiritual successor to the Viper and stuff. So maybe they call it a Tomahawk, just like that Gran Turismo game. Take inspiration from that car and make it. I can see them doing that car where like they put like a maybe starting out to put like a 392 in it, and that's like a maybe like an 80 grand car with a 392. Can I basically be like a C8 Corvette with 500 horsepower, put a 392 in there, and then step up to like a Hellcat, and that'll be like their Z06 competitor with a Hellcat engine in there. Z06 got 670 horsepower, a Hellcat 707 horsepower, so they'll beat out the actual Z06 there. And then for the Z01, they use the D170's supercharged engine for it. They'll be a little bit down on horsepower, but they make like a hybrid system that kind of they go for. So there's a few ways I can see that they make that car. I'll make a video on it. Um, I don't really have really that many details about the car, other than I know they just started on it. Whew. Mm. When do I think Dodge gonna tease the next car? I think Dodge. I think roadkill nights. I think between I would say between January and roadkill nights next year, I think they will tease the car because I would think that if they were going to reveal a car, they would reveal it there at roadkill nights, even if it was like a mock-up. So and even Tim said he told us to our face, he was like, "We're not revealing any V8s today. We're fast. We're not that fast." And so just knowing, just from like them talking about, cause Tim kept telling us, he kept saying, "Hey, look, man, things are going to come. It just takes time. Like everything since COVID takes longer to get done." And so just having that thought process, I'm thinking a year, right? So even if they would have started on stuff March, I would say starting next March till roadkill nights, we might see another car. So that's what like a 6 months time span, pretty much. Yeah, about 5 6 months, starting from March of next year. That's what I think we might see a car, and then hopefully um that be the case. But like the problem is they can't introduce a new car unless it's based off of an existing platform, right? So the only car they can introduce will be basically a smaller version of the Charger because the only production line they have available is the one in Canada at Windsor. That's still a large line. So that line right there, it can build a car right around the same size as the Challenger. So if they introduce a new car within the next year, that would be a Challenger sized car. Those sports cars, they have nowhere to build it at. The only way they can build those cars is if they partner with another company for them to build it with them, or they would have to go and get a new building, set up a production line, which is going to take maybe like 2 years to set a production line up, depending on how much volume they're going to try to get out. So I'm thinking the next time Dodge shows something, it's going to be something that's based off Stellar Large. So it will be like maybe a crossover. They might show a crossover next year. They might show a if they make a mid-sized car that's kind of like the Challenger size, they will show that next year. They have no other way to build a Viper. That's why I don't think you'll see a Viper within the next year. It might see like a concept car, but a car that will come out for production is going to be something that's based off Cellular Large. That's the only platform they have available to them. And even with that, they can only really build it in Windsor. They can't use any other line. They can't use the production lines in America to build it because they're not really going to try to mess around with Mac. It makes like the Grand Cherokee and the Durango. That's not getting touched. They can't make it a Shap. They can't make it a Warren. That's still a frame platform. They're not going to mess with Toledo, where the Wrangler and Gladiator made, because they already there build those two vehicles. So if anything, they might build a truck over there for Ram. But the only line they got available, the only plant they got available for Dodge is basically either Mexico or freaking Canada, which whatever car they're gonna build there is gonna get tariffed. So not anything small is basically gonna come. But I'm saying by next year, I'm pretty sure we'll see them announce probably a crossover for Dodge. Like I hope they make like a Journey replacement. Go make like a replacement to the Journey that should get mass sales, something in the 30, 40K range. They could make a smaller car based off the Charger, maybe call it a Challenger, maybe call it a Cuda, but they can make a smaller wheelbase car and put it at Windsor. What's the smallest? I can't remember. What is the smallest at that production line? Solar large. Solar large wheelbase. 113 inches. So yeah, I think the Challenger is like 116. So they can make a vehicle as a 113-inch wheelbase, which let's see, what's the Mustang wheelbase? Mustang wheelbase is, yeah, the Mustang wheelbase is 107. I think the Challenger wheelbase is maybe like 116. Challenger. Challenger wheelbase. Yeah, 116. Yeah. So, mm, whew, whew. So yeah, that's what I see. Didn't they technically already unveil something at SEMA? Yeah, I don't think they're gonna unveil anything at SEMA because they would have done it at Roadkill Nights because they had all the eyeballs on them for Roadkill Nights. They would have done it there. I don't think they have really anything ready for SEMA other than them just probably gonna show the six packs. I think for like right now, these next few months, it'll basically be all in on the six pack cars. They're gonna take the six pack cars to SEMA and stuff, and take the new Durango jailbreak, all that to SEMA. Probably take the 392 Durango to SEMA. So they'll probably do that at SEMA for this year. Because you got to think they got to think their marketing strategy, right? So they need the six pack cars to work because Dodge is losing a ton of sales. So SEMA this year, that's what I think it's going to do. Basically, just 392 Durango, Durango Hellcat, a probably a jailbreak version out there. Then the six pack car, six pack four door at SEMA and stuff. And then that's what I'm saying next year when they start their whole new marketing cycle, then they'll probably show a car sometime. Like I'm thinking by summertime next year, we're gonna see something. We're gonna see something by summertime of next year. And like by the time we see something at summertime of next year, I will already have gotten word about them trying to squeeze another vehicle on the line. They only, like I said, they only got two options. They only got Windsor or Toluca down in Mexico to build a new car. So I'm thinking the first thing they're going to introduce is probably a crossover. They're probably going to do a new crossover because the Hornet, they can't really, the Hornet's not selling. Nobody likes the Hornet. They need a bigger crossover. So I'm hoping they make a Magnum. That's honestly what I hope. Like I hope they take the Magnum, they hope take the Charger and turn it into a Magnum. I think that'd be a great idea for them, especially since they can export the Charger Daytona to Europe, and Europeans love wagons and stuff. So if they do that, I think that'd be a great thing. So if they make like a crossover and a Magnum, hell, they already got the car pretty much designed. All they gotta do is just change the roof line and basically just change the hatch up in the back, and that's it. That's all they gotta do. So I did see in an article like a year ago where it was saying that Dodge was going to make a new SUV and a crossover. The new SUV was that new Durango replacement, but that definitely got canned for the next 3, 4 years because I fully believe that car or the SUV was only going to come as an EV. And Dodge knew for a fact that damn thing was going to bomb. They couldn't afford to bomb that SUV, get rid of the Durango when the Durango is still getting like 30, 40,000 sales and stuff. So Dodge, if about the Durango sales, Dodge will literally be like a bankrupt company about the Durango right now. So they can't afford to get rid of the Durango until they got a hit. And I don't think they're gonna have a hit on their hands until this new Charger gets a Hemi in there. So that's what I'm thinking. They're gonna be all in the marketing for the 6 pack cars. And like even with the 6 pack cars, we had multiple people tell us that the exhaust, yeah, they recognize that a lot of people ain't gonna like the exhaust, but they got multiple companies that gonna work on a new exhaust for the 6 pack cars. So we had at least about 3 people tell us they're doing like a new exhaust. Like I think they're gonna be like a Mopar performance exhaust on the car. I think Maniflow said they're gonna work on one. And somebody else was there and they said they're gonna work on another one. I think they said they're gonna either work on a maybe like a direct connection one. So the direct connection one would have been through another vendor. So I think that's what Dodge is gonna do is use like other vendors who already have like part and stuff, had them R&D it and just sell it through the direct connection store. So there should be more exhaust options by next year for the 6 pack cars. I mean, I don't really think they're gonna sell that great because the car is just so huge. The car is not a damn muscle car. The car is like it's like the Audi A8 of Dodge. That's like a big executive grandpa car. And like the Toyota Daytona, using that car, that's supposed to be the fastest version of all the cars. Toyota Daytona's quick, but it's not fast. So those 6 pack cars are technically slower. And I was in them, and I mean, it really feels like a all-wheel drive scat pack. It doesn't throw you around in the seat. You can do all your sliding and stuff because you can go with a rear-wheel drive only option on there. But it legit feels, in terms of acceleration, like a scat pack. It doesn't have that umph. Like them inline six engines, it's like they don't have that off the line acceleration. Like it takes a little while to get them spinning, and then when they spinning, then they're quick. But by the time you're trying to get off the line of stuff, you already got somebody else who's already, especially got a V8. Somebody that's already already been past you. Oh, I think the 6 pack cars are conform out fast. I mean, the problem is them cars aren't, and people comparing the wrong engines to them 6 pack cars, right? Because I mean, those 6 pack cars. So like the Hurricanes, it's kind of like an unfair comparison because they spent all them years developing that engine, and when's the last time they upgraded the Hemi, right? So I'm like, and they threw some of the technology that they learned from the Hurricanes into the Hemi will outperform it all day long, right? I mean, hell, they put like a turbocharger on a damn Hemi, it's done for. It's a wrap. I mean, there's a reason why they say there's no replacement for displacement because them cars, it seems like they like I don't I personally like inline six engines because they sound like they're farting. They sound like they just don't have enough guts to really show you what you want them to do, right? I mean, I would prefer them to take the Pentastar, redesign a Pentastar, and make like a 500 horsepower Pentastar. I mean, I would prefer that. At least a Pentastar sounds decent. I can understand a V6, this going through the whole V8 thing. I'm like, man, I think I would have been better off doing the V6 or the inline six. I mean, especially they went kind of like how Ford used to have their modular system. It would be nice if they had like a Hemi, like a V6 Hemi, to chop off two cylinders, shorten the dang on block, and have like a V6 Hemi, right? I think that'd be a lot better. Have like a modular platform like Ford did, because Ford had that for a long time, and they had a ton of engines. So I'm just hoping, like when they come up with the Gen 4 Hemi and stuff, go and make like a V6 version. Just don't even bring this inline stuff out because no one's gonna like the sound of these damn cars. Like, just make a V6 Hemi, make a V6 Hemi, a V8 Hemi. That way, every single person can have them a damn Hemi. I mean, you can make a 3 liter. I'm pretty sure you can make like a 3 liter V6. Hell, the Pistol is like a 3.6. So I'm pretty sure you can have like a 3 liter V6 Hemi, and then throw some turbos on there. Be good. Shoot. Yeah, bring back the Ram Charter. Yeah, that's why I hate that they use that name for the hybrid and stuff, but they just gonna use the Charger name because it uses a charger. But um, that was one thing I was hoping that Ram would get. I was hoping that Ram would have got a Wagoneer for that brand, basically to compete with GMC. Because GMC is kind of like a Yukon, more like a rugged version of the Tahoe, the Suburban stuff, right? So I would have figured that Ram would have got like an off-road version of the Wagoneer and sold as a Ram Charger, and then Dodge will get a performance version of the Wagoneer and basically put a Hellcat in that. That way you can have basically three different versions of the same truck. Like you can have a Hellcat Wagoneer for Dodge, an off-road Wagoneer for Ram, and then for Jeep, you can have your luxury Wagoneer, and then if you want to bring for Chrysler, have a budget luxury version for Chrysler. Like they could take that same body. That's the same thing that GM does with their full size trucks. I mean, hell, a Tahoe is the exact same thing as a Yukon, exact same thing as a damn Denali, the exact same thing as an Escalade. It's like four different versions of the same truck, and they all sell pretty good. So I think they could have did the same thing, build four different versions of the Wagoneer. Like, get rid of the damn the regular Wagoneer out of Jeep. Only give Jeep the Grand Wagoneer. Give Ram a Ram Charger version of that. Give Dodge like a, hell, you could have made the Durango a full size SUV and then made the Journey like another SUV the size of the Durango or something like that. Or you can call the full size. Yeah, you can do that crap. So I think that would have been a good idea. But I mean, if GM can make four different versions of the same truck, Tahoe, Suburban and stuff. I mean, I think pretty much Stellantis can make four versions of the Wagoneer. An off-road version for Ram. I mean, I think that would have been decent. A budget version of Chrysler. I think that would be decent. It's like whatever you got to do to drop the price in it, to bring it down to like that 50K range. Just get it below the Tahoe, the undercut GM. And that's what I was telling Tim in his face. I was like, hey man, like y'all need to like undercut the competition. Like get 5 to 10 grand under everybody to bring people into the door, even people who don't even buy Mopar. Undercut GM, undercut Ford to bring people back. And that's why I like what he did about the six packs. The six packs are like 10 grand across the board, cheaper than the Mustang. You can get a dark horse for 65 grand, 500 horsepower, or you can get a bigger car, all-wheel drive, 550 horsepower for 55 grand. I'm like, yeah, that's basically what you do. Like pass that savings along to people. Like get that volume in. It just, hell, I just wish that when the Hemi car comes out, the Hemi car is even cheaper. Since the Hemi car will be technically cheaper, I mean slower and stuff. Like hell, make a 392 version, 50 grand. Or like 48 grand. Like 48 grand for a 392 charger. And then like maybe like I don't know, maybe like 35, 40 grand for like a 5.7 version of the Charger. And just take some stuff out of the car, make it a little bit cheaper. That's all this whole digital stuff. Like, I mean, the Charger is fine. It's a lot of things I'm going like, man, like just make the damn interior a little bit cheaper. I mean, you can make the interior cheaper to bring the cost down, right? I mean, you can make it a little more cheaper, bring the cost down another about a few grand, get people into it, put a Hemi in there. Even won't put a Hemi in there, put a Pentastar in there, drop the damn price. What inch you got put in there? And put an inline four in there. What inch you got put in the Charger to make it cheaper? I asked Matt that too. He was like, um, they recognize they got to bring a $30,000 car and they're working on it and stuff. And he didn't tell me no, but he basically just told me like, if history indicates that we always add interest to our platform and stuff. So he didn't tell me no to a cheaper Charger. He just told me just look at histories, right? So um that's one thing. We'll talk to these guys in their face stuff, right? Because like they'll give you like hints, clues, and stuff like that. They will tell you no. The only no I got the whole time I was there was a no to the Viper being the MC20. Other than that, that's all I know I got. Uh, But yeah, I definitely. I mean, Charter Daytona. Well, speaking of Charter Daytona, right? Charter Daytona's fine. It's like it's too big. It's way too big for a car. I mean, it literally doesn't make no sense as a two door. I mean, that version of the Charger it's just a two door version of it just make no sense. The door panel is so long, the car is so big. Like I legit see no reason. Like I don't know who thought that was a great idea to turn that car into a two door. That car is as big as a three-row SUV. It should have only been a damn four door, right? Because I sat in the four door version and went around Racer X and stuff, and that four door is pretty cool. You get in there, it's pretty spacious and stuff. It got basically the exact same door panel from the front, so you got the little light show on the back too. The only thing I didn't like about the four door car is no grab handle. So if somebody throws you around that four door car, you got nothing to grab onto. Like you got to grab the door panel, and if somebody's really throwing you around, I suspect that Dodge is going to have a lot of people replacing door panels because people are grabbing them in doors and ripping them. There's no grab handles. So I suspect they're going to have a bunch of people tearing up the rear doors because no grab handle. And number two, people are going to tear up the front passenger side of the cars because they got that big old mirror. It's like right there in your blind spot. You cannot see basically the front right side of the car. You got this big mirror that only leaves about this much space to see under it, and you got to tilt your head left and right. So it's kind of hard to place the car unless you're just familiar with driving large vehicles. I drive an SUV as a daily driver, so I'm used to like driving a big car and not exactly seeing the front corner of my vehicle and stuff. But somebody who's not, experienced in driving big vehicles. I mean, I daily driven an SUV since I got out of high school in 2003. Every year of my life, from 18 to now, I've driven a big SUV literally every single day. So I am like so used to to not being able to see. Uh, I don't think calling them too big is reasonable considering how damn well. Well, I mean, it's like the '70s though, right? And then back in the '70s, you had a variety of cars, right? I mean, you had the Plymouth Fury, which was a giant boat, but the Plymouth Fury wasn't the only damn car that Plymouth sold, was it? So they sold multiple different sizes of the cars. So I'm going like, this car doesn't make no sense as being the only car you're going to sell. It's just ridiculous. I'm going like, it just their whole planning was some of the dumbest planning ever, right? I mean, I'm now telling Tim, I'm like, man, y'all kind of robbed us and having 1,000 horsepower radars because When the 2018 Demon came out the next year, you had 800 horsepower Challengers and Chargers running around. And then at the D170, I would have expected to have 1,000 horsepower red eye. Like hell, I would have bought one of them the next year and rolling around the street on a street version of 1,000 horsepower Demon. So I'm going like, they could have had the Challenger Charger around, which was smaller than this damn car, and that would have been fine. It's like I don't get how in the world people complain that the current cars, the Challenger Charger was too big, and then Solange was like, "Hey, hold my beer. We'll make the car bigger." Like, come on now. So it's a inevitable. They're going to make a smaller car. I mean, the car is way too damn big, especially a two door. So, like I said, going back to my analogy, Plymouth had a Fury, which was one of the biggest damn cars I think I ever seen. Come on, one of my friends' dad has one. I'm going like, but yeah, Plymouth didn't sell just one damn car that was that big. So I'm like, yeah, the Dodge. I mean, if you didn't have a smaller car in the lineup, I would just kept the Challenger Charger around for a couple extra years, and then what they're doing now, don't sell it in carb states. Like this whole bending to California nonsense has cost us a lot of time and a lot of fun stuff. Because we should have been able to have. I mean, come on, man, 1,000 horsepower red eye. That's what we should have had. Mm, that would have been freaking awesome. That's the one thing I hate about my D170 is that my D170, I can't drive the damn thing on the way. The damn thing shakes too damn bad. So that's one thing I got to talk to Dodge about. I can't drive my damn Demon. My damn Demon is undrivable on the damn highway. And it's like, whenever somebody got put in documentation, hey, yeah, your car is going to be fucking undrivable on the damn highway and stuff, that's not exactly a good reason to put a certain part in there, right? I mean, and I told Tim too, I'm like, man, y'all should have gave us a damn Demon box to put those damn Mickey Thompson there because Mickey Thompson's as a standard tire was a horrible decision. You're like, well, yeah, well, we wanted them to be on the window sticker for the value. Man, fuck the value. I was like, man, let me have comfort. I'm telling you, I can't drive my damn Demon. Damn highway sucks. I got $120,000 car and I can't drive on that highway. They going like, oh, the YouTubers talk about the car. Oh, they don't want to drop the value. Hell, the damn car is unusable half the damn time. So I would have loved for them to make like a a red eye, 1,000 horsepower red eye for another 2 3 years, and just don't sell the damn carb states. Only sell it to damn fed states. I think they would have so many damn sales right now. It'll be fucking ridiculous. It'll be ridiculous how many people will go line up to buy 1,000 horsepower red eye, especially if it's like 99 grand. 99 grand out the door for 1,000 horsepower red eye. You don't think people will be buying that right now? Man, please. You have like 1,000 horsepower red eye, 1,000 horsepower super stock. Man, they couldn't keep those damn cars in there, right? You still have Hellcats, you still have 5.7 392s, Hellcats, red eyes and stuff. Like hell, they, man, they wouldn't know what the hell they'll do. They could have kept them cars rolling, work on that Charger crap, and then bring Charger out this year and to discontinue the old cars next year. Had like 1 year overlap. They'd have been so better off. Man, shoot, hey, I don't care about the average customer, man. Because I tell you like this, Tim told us, he said to his best, he like, look, if I make a car that's it's like a bad decision, that's within reach, the average person can do a bad decision to get into that damn car. $99,000 for the average person is very steep. But for someone to get 1,000 horsepower in a Challenger, you don't think the average person would have saved up for like a year or two, got some damn bread, and bought the damn car, or did like a maybe like an 84-month loan or something like that. Put down like 20 G's, get to like 70. Cause hell, they put 20 G's down. It was 100 grand, 84 months. Then payments be like what, less than 1,000? Well, maybe around 1,000 with 7% interest rate. So he would have been broke, but he would have had the damn car he want. I guarantee you this: someone who paid 100 grand for 1,000 horsepower Challenger or Charger, then 100 grand for this new car with an inline six. Like I'll laugh if I ever see a single person pay over stickers for a six-pack car. Like there should be no person in the world that pays over sticker for a six-pack. But 1,000 horsepower with a Hemi, yeah, yeah. hmm But I mean, like I said, we got like a lame duck year. So I'm not buying anything for like at least a year. This lame duck year, and then I see like the gleam in their eyes and stuff. So I'm thinking 2 years from now, that's when I'm gonna buy something. We're gonna have more power and stuff. We have some more new stuff. I think because I mean the only thing I want to then buy really is a truck. Um, damn, I never made a video too because I was talking to Ram and it did say they were thinking about making like an HD Ram charger, which I think be cool as hell. They're gonna have a replacement to a damn big diesel truck. You can go put 87 octane into like a Ram charger, especially like a Ram charger HD version. And I mean, even don't get 600 miles of range. I think that Ram charger gets hell. If you get about 3 to 400 on the platform, hell, that'd be good. You still be saving a ton of damn money just with cheaper fuel. I wouldn't care. I got to stop more often. Cheaper fuel with better towing capacity. Heck yeah, I do that. But oh man, how many laps on did? They still not done. What's time? 5:56. They should be. Still better do like one more lap, and should better do one more lap and should be done. Oh, they got I think like four different teams practicing. I'll show you guys. I'm waiting. Woo. Any news on the Ramp 4x4? The Fox leaving Hemi Supercharger. Oh, so basically from what Tim was telling us was that they basically didn't get it done in time to announce all the prices and stuff like that. So they're just waiting on a few things and then they'll be done with it. I'm pretty sure the only thing they're waiting on is carb. That's the only thing I'm guessing. Pretty sure carb is the only thing that's holding that kid up. So because that supercharger kit, I think it's really for carb stage because when they come out with a 392 in the Ram trucks or like a Hellcat in the Ram trucks, you can't get those in the carb states. So um, he did tell us that everything was done for it, just waiting. They just get everything packaged at the end. But he was like, "Yeah, the kit's already done, testing already done and stuff. They just couldn't get it packaged at Road Nights." So I was saying, like, I think all things holding them up is just the EO for a carb. And once they get that taken care of, they'll probably announce it then, and then you better get it on really any Ram 1500 with an e-torque on it. But um, that was a great thing, and I think it's going to be like a very significant update because I think Stellantis going forward sell certain models in some states that way they ain't got to pay the fines, but still give the rest of the country what they want. So this double strategy is something they should have did in the first place. They should have still made Hemis, do it in federal states, and then give all those carb states hurricanes. And then people were pissed off that they can't get a Hemi in they state, move. I mean, what's your tell you? Move. Like it kind of pissed me off that I can't get what I want because somebody in there in California want to hug a tree. So I'm going like, dude, just move. So uh, I'm saying, but it's great that Tim Kadiscus and them are looking out for the states to where we're not be able to sell you a 392 or a Hellcat, but we'll let you get like a 5.7. Probably the fine for the 5.7 is probably lower than the other cars. Because that's probably why they're doing it. Because I remember seeing a video, I think Marspeed did, where he broke down the fine for the 5.7. And um, I know it's pretty high because they sold majority 5.7s in the states and stuff, but I think that's pretty good. They're gonna at least do one of them, right? So again, fine on three different engines at the same time. Just get fined off one of them. Do like the 5.7 and one is like more affordable, and then give them a supercharger kit. So that makes a lot of sense to me. They'll be able to go and sell them to those states. Whew. We need a damn track halt. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a track halt. Um, I know Jeep was talking about they're gonna put the Hemi in more models. I mean, they really only put a Hemi in like the Grand Cherokee, the Wagoner, and the Grand Wagoner. I just hope they put bigger than a 5.7 392 in there, right? Because I mean, they got plenty of opportunity to go and steal sales from an Escalade V. Cause I'm going like, I was looking at videos, I'm like, damn, I want an Escalade V so bad, but I'm like, man, Escalade V is slow as hell. I mean, a Durango can walk an Escalade V. And just imagine a supercharged version of the Wagoneer. I'm pretty sure it might be able to walk a damn Escalade V. So, well, hell, even then, I'm like, man, shoot, imagine just having a 800 horsepower Wagoneer or whatever, right? Or 800 horsepower track off. So, they already done been there and done that stuff. So, just go ahead and develop your little chiller system and stuff, put it on all those damn trucks and SUVs, and let everybody have choice. Because not like they're not going to sell. Them damn dealers on be on the problem with not selling interest rates. Well, they should definitely get back to damn volume. They can definitely make profit off of volume. Whew. There's a guy that's on direct connection manifolds off Archer directly from Ram. Oh, yeah. I don't know who you talk about, but yeah, I know from talking to them at uh Roadkill Nights that Maniflow is one of the companies that's going to make exhaust systems for the Charger. Um, because I talked to the Maniflow guy directly. I might have video footage of it, but he said that they was already doing the exhaust for the Ram 1500 and the RHO. And the next thing they were talking about doing with Dodge was doing the Charger six packs. So I already know that just they were doing an exhaust for it, and I know from what Tim was telling me that the supercharger kit for that Ram 1500 with the e-torque was already going to include the manifold exhaust with it. I think he said the price is going to be around that $10,000 to $12,000 range, so that's probably going to include the cost of the actual exhaust too. So that's pretty cool. It's going to come with the actual exhaust to kind of help that sound out too. Oh look, my son is done. Did upgrade the security systems. Um, you know what? I'll text Dodge and I'll text Ram to see what do they do for updated security. Um, because I did say something to Dodge last year, and that's why this year for 426 Day, you saw that Start Defender stuff that came out. A lot of people don't know that I'm the one who talked to them about it in the background, and they made the system. So um, I'll talk to Dodge about it and see whether or not they can give me like any info on the stuff. I was trying to yeah, that was one thing I forgot to ask you about the security and stuff because I'm pretty sure with the six pack cars, no one's really gonna steal them. But for the Hemi versions of them, yeah, people definitely try to steal those. Ooh. Oh, my son is done. Do you really think ST gonna be his own company? The only way I would see SRT being his own brand is if they branch it off to his own separate company from Stellantis. Other than that, nah, they probably they gonna be just be a performance arm because I would say them being like their own company, period, to get around that agreement they got signed with California. But I don't think they would do all that crap just to get around for like 4 years. So I don't really see SRT becoming its own separate brand and having SRT branded stuff. I just think it's gonna be just a performance arm, and that's it. So I know that was something that people were talking about, but yeah, I see it happening. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I gotta grab my son and stuff. I'll probably get back on about 5, 10 minutes. So I'll see you boys later.